This demo here is for the MicroManipulator 8060. This system here has 4 probers and a hot cold chuck that has a temperature range of 0 to 200 degrees Celsius. So let me go over the basics here. I'll start from the top. Of course, it has a MicroManipulator microscope. It also has the capabilities of moving this microscope. Here is your X on moving it, and then your Y. You have your focus. That's your coarse. This is your fine. You also have your magnification that can go up to 2 times. You have your eyepieces that are 10 times and adjustable. Then you have your objectives, which come in a 2, a 5, 2, a 10, and a 20. For your controls over here, you have your connections for your probers. You have your platen lift, and it removes the microscope out of the way. Then you have right here is your knob for your X control on the chuck. There's also a fine on here. The EMO is connected to a connector in the back. You have your vacuum gauge. This is also the vacuum for your chuck. You have your platen micro adjust to be able to finely tune the platen to go down to the chuck. And over here you have your Y adjustments. Here's your coarse and then your fine. On the sides here you have your vacuum control, vacuum valves for your probe stations, and then you have your BNC connectors to the probe heads themselves. These probers do have some kind of used probes on them, but they are probably shot and you'll have to get your own. Now over here is your controller to your microscope lamp. I will turn it on, and you can see that it turns on the chuck, and it's also adjustable. As you can see, the chuck's down to 1 degree. I do have it set on 0. You do have this controller here that you can adjust to the 10th of a degree. If I click it down, you can see I can try to go down to, right now I'm at negative 0.7. I can bring that back up. So now it's at negative 0.1. There's 0. Over here you have your controller for your Temptronics. For the chuck itself, it can go from 0 to 200 degrees. It has 5 different presets. To check out the presets, you can just hit a number. If that tells you it's 0, that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you want to change one, like if I want to change 5, you just hit set, and then you can hit to whatever you want. 120. You hit enter, and then when I hit 5, it'll say, oh, I'm sorry. When I go ahead and hit 5, hit set, 120, enter, and if I want to go on it, I just hit 5, enter, and it will go to 120 degrees. Let's go to the back of the system. Okay, on the back of the system here we have your 2 vacuum hookups. One's for the probes and one's for the chuck. Top is for the chuck, 2 is for the probes, and then you have compressed air down here. Here is you have your water lines go into your chuck to cool it down, and then you have your regular connector here that reads the temperature and it also has the heaters. Now on the back of the Temptronics thing is you have the connection for the chuck, then you have this is for the jogger, and then you have your interconnect cable here. And on the bottom unit you have your chuck coolant lines. So as you can see, the system is going up the temp. If we want to see it regulate, we'll just put it at a one that we can see it goes to temperature. Also with the platen lift adjustments, you can see that when I turn this, the rod is spinning around in there. There, so you can see that it does do the changes. Don't think I can really make it so you can see coming down. Even though it is such a small change, it's hard to see. Now we're at 65. In fact, let me just change this. Just so you can see it regulate. Now you can see it says it's at temp, and then you'll start seeing this drop back down. The system does require 110 volts, and it needs 3 plugs, or 2 plugs, one for the eliminator and one for the chuck. I know you'll need something for a vacuum for the probe station itself. As you can see now, it's coming down and locking on to 70 degrees. Now I just put it at number 2, which is 25 degrees. And you can watch it going down to that. I'm not going to waste time showing you that it gets down there, but you've seen it already at 1 degrees. And that is the end of test.